Hey, what's going on, guys? Cali Cowboy here, coming at you with another episode of the podcast. How's it going? I am doing great. It is about 4 days away until training camp. This Saturday, the 27th, things will get started. Football season is right around the corner. Love this time of year. You start dusting off that fantasy football sheets and all that, and start getting back into the mode, back into that football grind that we all love, so super excited, ready to get on this, produce some content for you guys, and have some fun doing it. Hopefully I can get Madden this year, stream myself playing some of that Madden, just get a lot of things going. I'm super excited. Fantasy football, of course, like I said. I play in a few leagues here and there. I play for money. Gets a little serious. So, anyways, today's episode will be about just some of the small news and some of the bigger news that's been going on. One of them just broke today. A certain player got released, and at the end of the episode, I'll give my player who, if he has a great camp, he'll be huge for us this year. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so just start off with the small news. Just got in. Travis Frederick will be ready to go for training camp. He avoided the NFI, and that's great. That's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Last year, he had the syndrome where, he's having problems with his muscles and moving and all that. Took him a whole year to, rehab and work that out. And I can't believe we were even saying that we might try and play him. Like, we're not going to rule him out for this week. I remember Jason Garrett saying that for I don't know, what was it, 4 or whatever. And then ultimately we put him on IR, which was the right thing to do. But yeah, Travis Frederick is back, and if you guys don't remember, he is the anchor, the rock right in the middle of that offensive line, and the brains of the offensive line, who has all the signals, gives everything out, relays everything, makes sure everything is nice and tight and working like a well-oiled machine on the line. That continuity. So definitely need that. And huge. So Joe Looney goes back to back up. He did a great job when he was there last year. Admirable job. And so got Connor Williams right next to him, Zach Martin, of course, Lyle Collins, Tyron Smith. Just off the look of that offensive line, I really like it. Connor Williams, I've heard he's bulked up in the offseason. He's the only quote-unquote question mark. But I think that, with another year, he'll be better. There's rumors that he might switch places with Lyle Collins, switch Collins to guard, and, Connor out to tackle. They certainly have the measurables. It looks like it could be a move. I'm not opposed to it. I'm good for whatever works. So, yeah, Travis Frederick back, baby. Hope for good health. Hopefully it was just a blip on his radar, and he has a long career in this NFL and on the Cowboys. And just want to say Connor McGovern, kind of excited about him. He seems like he's kind of that Travis Frederick mold. He's kind of a smart guy. Not the most physically talented, but he's solid. So that's a rookie I'm looking out for in training camp. I really hope he does good and solidifies a backup spot, and just learns from all of our great offensive linemen. He has some great people to learn from. So moving on. D-Law and Byron Jones to start training camp on PUP. So physically unable to play. DeMarcus Lawrence makes a lot of sense. We just signed him to a long contract, and going to need him healthy, make sure he's good to go before, you know, we do anything, any kind of physical training camp activity, all that. You know, he's the war daddy, so we got to, you know, let him get his rest, let him heal up. And same for Byron Jones. You know, he's one of the better corners we got, with a great year last year. So I'm all for, you know, sitting out the players if they need it, and you know that'll just give a lot more playing time, a lot of reps for all the other cornerbacks, all the inexperienced players, the rookies. You know, you got Michael Jackson, you got let's see if I can think of his name. Michael Jackson, Anthony Brown. You know, you got Jordan Lewis, and you know, just probably some undrafted cornerbacks that could step up. Oh yeah, the tall ass cornerback Chris Restry. See what he can do. That's another rookie that I'm sure we all want to do good this training camp. Hopefully he stands out, takes you know, that coaching advice real serious, and you know, makes a mark in that cornerback depth chart. Hopefully he can get him out there. So yep. So we got that news, just some of the smaller news, nothing too big, too huge, but yeah. So moving on, breaking news today: Allen Hurns was released from the Cowboys, and what does it mean? It clears up $5 million cap space. We have a whole bunch of wide receivers in the depth chart, so makes sense, you know, from a money standpoint, from a personnel standpoint. He also had the injury, which was, you know, really bad in the playoffs last year. Wish him nothing but the best. You know, he's a great, solid player, and great guy is what I hear. So, you know, you don't wish nothing, like, you know, bad after that injury. You just wish him the best. So, you know, yeah, clears up $5 million cap space. Just got like 1 point something mil in dead money, so not that bad. I'm hearing that he declined a pay cut and wanted to test the market. So, you know, kind of both sides, probably a mutual agreement for him to move on. You know, we got Michael Gallup. You know, we got Cooper, Randall Cobb just signed in the offseason. People forget we got Cedric Wilson, who, you know, tall guy. He has some work cut out for him. Still has things to prove, but you know, we're excited about him. Noah Brown, Tavon Austin, and you know, some of the rookies: Jalen Guyton, John Vea Johnson, Lance Lenoir. You know, all the young guys. So I think we're still good. We definitely got the personnel still there. So just kind of makes sense to move on from that, clear up some cap space. So not really mad at it, but you know, he is a veteran wide receiver, and that is valuable. So we lose that, but we do have Randall Cobb, I guess, that could fill in for that. So not too much of a hit for us, and it clears up space. So like that. Next, you know, we got these rumors going around. Ezekiel, you know, Mr. Elliott might hold out for a contract. You know, he's under contract this year and next year. Next year he'll be making $9 million if he wants that. But you know, he's looking for a new contract, and I don't blame him. Running backs have a short shelf life in the NFL. You know, and they usually don't last that long. So he's trying to get paid, which totally makes sense. And he's been one of the best running backs in the NFL. He has all the stats to back that up. And you know, the only thing that goes against him is he hasn't had the most trustworthy career, with all of the, you know, allegations, domestic violence things that have happened, and all the little incidents that, you know, drama that goes on with him, that follows him. And that's kind of his personality, just kind of a young guy living his life and having fun, and nothing wrong with that. But you know, you gotta at some point recognize that you're in the position that you are, and you have to get control of it. You know, you can't let any of this happen, any bad things happen, because you know, you're on kind of a thin ice. And, he had that Las Vegas incident, which really wasn't an incident. I was like, wow, come on now. Dude wants to sue him for basically brushing up on him, and he tripped over the fence. Like, really, dude? Come on. But, he's trying to get some money too, I guess. But, it is a tricky situation because we got Dak that we need to pay. We got Cooper that we want to pay. We got, further down the line, our studs like LVE and Jalen Smith that we want to pay as well. So typically, historically, we haven't paid running backs, big money. And we've, gone kind of different routes with our money. And I like that approach. If for some reason we can talk with Zeke and let him know how, where we're coming from, and if he can just do one more year at that $9 million next year, that'd be great. But I doubt he'll have the patience for that. He'll probably, for sure next year probably hold out if we don't have a contract for him. But he might try to send a message to us this year. Maybe he'll hold out for like a couple preseason games, playing the last one, maybe even the whole preseason. But I don't think he'll want to miss game checks. I think we're going to probably play hardball with him because, we really want to pay Dak Prescott because this is his last year on his contract. So, it's a tricky situation for sure. But I think we're just going to wait this out a little bit, maybe call his bluff. Said he's going to go on a little vacation. But I don't know. It's still TBD. So gonna find out what that situation all about. And so other than that, really, there's not much news going on. Just waiting for this training camp to come through and get things started. So now gonna give my player, who I think, my personal opinion, that if he has a great camp, if he steps up, takes leadership, puts good practices in a row together, be consistent, kind of like Byron Jones was last year, I believe. And if he has that, he'll be absolutely huge for us this year. Make the defense. He's a defensive player. Just let you guys know right now, Xavier Woods, my guy, your guy, all of our favorite, underdog that we all want to win and take over that safety position, man. Like, we really don't have that much talent at safety. And if he steps up, has a great training camp, that will be so huge for us because we'll pretty much have all levels of the defense accounted for with some stud there. We'll have D-Law on the D-line, our for sure stud there. We got linebacker. We got two studs there, Jalen Smith and LVE. And we got, Byron Jones. I think he's on the cusp of being a stud. He's there. And Chidobe. We got depth at cornerback, so I'm not really concerned about having a particular stud there, just as long as they're solid. And we got a number of them, so that's great. The only thing missing is we are missing that safety, having that stud safety. And, you can get away with not having a safety, just some of the, coverage kinds. And, or a combination, you'll have the cover safety and the hard-hitting safety, and they both work in tandem together in your defense. So, but it would be just so great if, we could see the potential there. He has the the potential. He's a hard hitter. He's a good ball hawk, good instincts, solid tackler. Everything's there. I think he just needs to take that next step in this third year coming up. And believe it, he has this year and then one more year on his rookie contract, if I'm not mistaken. But his rookie year, he had 1 interception. He had 42 tackles, 33 solo, 9 assisted, and on that was on 550 snaps. Last year, he had 880 snaps, started in 14 games versus 4, and 55 tackles, 38 solos, 17 assisted with 2 interceptions. So, you know, he stepped it up a little bit, inch by inch. And then this year, hopefully he'll just have a breakout year. That would be so great for us. So, absolutely huge. Going to be watching Woods, Connor McGovern, and Chris Westry. Kind of my favorite players to watch during training camp. So that's all I got, guys. And one more thing, just was curious, wanted to know what platform you're listening to me on. You know, is it Apple, Anchor, Spotify, whatever? Go ahead and at me on my Twitter, comment. It's CaliCowboy619. Just let me know, and much appreciated. So I will catch you guys later. Peace.